Hey there YouTube, Kyle back at you with Kyle's Creations. Well, this is a 1981 Yamaha xj750 seca. And well, at least it was. If you have any idea what this bike actually looked like when it was stock, it's quite a bit different. But this is a bike that a friend of mine, I actually met my friend when I was selling another bike. Oh God, 5-6 years ago, and his wife had purchased this bike for him, and again, it didn't look, I mean, it looked similar to this, but quite a bit different. And his wife had purchased a bike for him, but it had some electrical problems. So he had met me when I was selling another bike. He actually lives in my neighborhood, and brought the bike to me, and I rewired it, got him running. He ran it for a couple of seasons, and when I mean seasons, here in Arizona, the best time to ride is during the wintertime, not when it's 115 degrees outside. Feels like you're riding through a freaking blow dryer. But anyway, and then it's been sitting, and he kind of decided that he wanted to go a little bit different direction and do some cool stuff to it. And that's what we have been starting the process on. We've done quite a bit of fabrication work already to get it to where it sits today. But I kind of wanted to bring you guys along because we've still got quite a bit more to do. Not as much as the major fabrication stuff, just a lot of the add-ons and a lot of the beautification process of the bike. And I think it's going to be pretty cool when it's all said and done. So yeah, and just a little note, the 650 version of this in the early 80s was actually a supercharged bike. We've been looking for a while to try to find one of those bikes, even if it's wrecked or whatever, so we can steal the exhaust and turbos and all that kind of stuff off of it, but just no luck. So, but anyway, we'll bring you around and show you what she's got going on so far. And we got a pile of, like I said, extra parts to put on it, but we're kind of at the point where we're going to tear it down and finish some of the welding and some of the spots and stuff that we can't get to, with it together, and then start the process of powder coating everything and making it look good. So we'll bring you around, take a look real quick. Alright. Now we did take the front fender and chop it down. You can see all the white marks on it where we're thinking about cutting it and stuff like that, but exhaust is already off of it. Most of the stuff's already off of it. This is just kind of a bare roller as it is. Now the tank has already been powder coated. It looks kind of crappy right now because it's got a bunch of handprints on it and stuff like that, but it's actually a chrome black, and it pops in the sunlight. It's actually chrome, powder coat chrome underneath with the black laid over top, and when you do that, it looks like well, black chrome. Let's see here. So start you back here. Kind of a cool thing we did. Came up with an idea. I had a bunch of old cam chain laying around, and we took the original foot pegs and put a big piece of steel on it, and then put these welded these cam chain pieces on it. Kind of gnarly, but it'll definitely do the job. And a lot of what we did was obviously back here. Originally, this would have had a set of 2 shocks on either side. We converted it to a monoshock. That shock is off of an XR 350. Yeah, it was the XR 350, and the bike was just trashed. It wasn't worth bringing back to life, but shocks are good. And of course, this seat, the seat hoop that runs through here, it's kind of cool. It comes as a package with the seat and the hoop and everything. The hoop was quite a bit longer. Came with these side pieces here. But what we did, and one cool thing is, up underneath here, got these cool locks. So all you do is you push this button. There's another one underneath here. You push that button, and the seat comes off. Oh, sorry, I don't want to make you guys sick, but there are these little buttons, these little tabs that go underneath, and they, you know, they lock these little balls here. I'll tighten that down. The little ball here sets into these little guys here, and then when you push them, it just releases it, and they pop up. And this is our battery tray here. We've got, you know, a place for the battery. Get this guy out of here. Place for some of the other electronics and stuff like that. So, you know, this is going to work out pretty good. I'm trying to figure out what else. We had to make custom mounts, you know, for the gas tank in the front and the back to lower the, you know, this is not the original gas tank for the XJ. It's just a generic cafe racer style tank you get online. I think they're like 2 or 2.5 gallon tanks. But, you know, a lot of stuff to still do. We're going to rebuild the calipers and the front forks, and, you know, we're going to paint the shock, and, you know, we're going to powder coat all the wheels, and, you know, do a bunch of stuff, paint the engine, and, you know, so I think it'll be pretty cool when it's all said and done. But, you know, we'll bring you guys along on a couple of different stages. We're kind of at that stage now that we're just going to tear it apart and, you know, go from there. So, all right. That is about it, guys. I mean, there's really not much else to say about the bike. You know, she's pretty quick. Originally, we put an original engine in it, and we had another spare engine around for it that we ended up using just because we were down on compression on a couple of cylinders, and well, since we had an extra engine around with good compression, why mess with it? So, but I think she's going to be a pretty cool little build when it's all said and done, and she's pretty quick. We've lightened it up quite a bit and changed its stance a little bit, and should be fun. But, you know, thanks for watching, guys. And if you have any questions or ideas or thoughts on what we should do with it, this is kind of the time to speak up. But anyways, we'll bring you back when we start making her pretty.